evening, everyone, and welcome back to Kids Place. All of you out there in virtual land. Today's version of Tween Club, we're going to be exploring a variety of different types of things to make regarding crystals and having some fun. And so, without further ado, I'm going to turn you over to Miss Angie, and she will get us started on our first project today.
I do want to get us started on our first project today, but first I have a joke for you, Miss Linda.
Oh boy, here it comes.
What did the beach say to the tide when it came in?
Glad to see ya.
No? Long time no see. Just like our friends out there. Curtis, what do you do to pay to spend a day on the beach? A sand dollar.
Curtis loves that one. You should see him.
He's
One
laughing.
of these days we're going to show you Mr. Curtis,
We
our
will,
wonderful
we will.
cameraman.
In the meantime, since we probably all like to be at the beach right now, I'm going to show you how to take some of those seashells that maybe you've collected at home, or we're going to give you some if you don't have any, and we are going to cover our seashells in crystals. So it's pretty easy to do, and you can get a kit from us, and one of the items in your kit will be one of these glass jars. And in order to make these seashells covered in crystals, the first thing I need is a cup of really, really warm water. Now, I have in my jar, I heated up my water because it needs to be hot almost to the point of boiling. So the thing about that is, make sure that you have permission from mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whomever you're with before you heat up that water. So you could heat it up right in this jar, but just know when it comes out of the microwave, if you do it that way, that it's going to be very hot. So you might want to have some oven gloves or a towel that you can wrap around it. But the key to making these crystals really is to have very hot water. So I'm going to take my 1 cup of water. I'm going to pour it into my jar. And I then need to take my tablespoon, not teaspoon, tablespoon, and I need to put 3 tablespoons of borax into my water. Now, if you don't have borax at home, that's okay, because we're going to give you a container with 3 tablespoons of borax in it. So there is 1.
Hey, Miss Angie, what do you call seagulls that live near the bay?
Bagels?
You're so good!
Oh,
yes,
yes.
bagels!
I love bagels.
Actually, it makes me kind of hungry.
It does. Don't worry, we'll have a snack for you later since you're hungry.
Yes.
First, we have to make our seashells, though.
Yes.
So here goes my 3rd tablespoon of borax. The other item we're going to give you is a little stirrer here. And it's really important to mix up this solution of hot water and borax crystals. If you don't mix it up enough, you'll still get crystals, but they'll be kind of small, like the ones here on these seashells. But if you want the really big crystals, like this pink one, then you need to really spend some time mixing up your solution.
And the solution will look cloudy.
Yes.
Don't worry, it won't be clear, it'll look cloudy. So that's, you've done it all right.
So then I need to take one of my seashells, and all I have to do is put that into my jar, or I could put it in another jar, and if I do that, I just need to have the water just covering the seashell. It doesn't have to be all the way to the top. But with my hot water in my solution, I would cover that up, and I would screw the lid on, and then I need to let it sit for 24 hours. And after
How long is 24 hours?
That's
just
a
in case?
whole day, Miss
whole day,
Linda. A
okay.
whole day. So go off and do something else. Clean up your mess when you're done first, though. But let this sit for 24 hours, and after a day, you can take that lid off, and you will have a seashell that looks like this. Now you'll notice this one is pink, and that's because we took some food dye And so if you have some of this at home, you can use your own. And we put a couple drops of dye into our solution, our water and borax. So I could do that now. I used yellow this time. And take my stir stick again and mix that up. And now in 24 hours, I will have a seashell with beautiful yellow crystals on it. So let it sit for a day, and then the next day you can just empty out the water. If your seashell is sticking to the bottom of the glass, that's okay. It's okay to pull on it, give it a little bit of a hard tug, and it will come off. And then you'll have these beautiful crystal seashells.
They look a little bit like geodes,
They do.
like those rocks that you break open and see the beautiful crystals. The other thing, Miss Angie, is sometimes there's crystals in the jar,
Yep.
and you can get rid of those too, right?
Yes, you can. You can get rid of them again with just heating up some water and pour that into your jar so that you can clean it out. And then you can reuse that jar and keep making more crystal geode
Yes.
seashells. So we're going to give you several different sizes and shapes of seashells. We're going to give you the jar, we'll give you the stir stick, and we will also give you the container with enough borax to make your own solution. There's one other thing that'll be in there too though, Miss Linda.
What's that?
Something to make you not hungry.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
We have for each of you, if you call the library or contact the library to get one of these kits, we'll also give you some rock candy. Because you don't want to eat this,
No.
but you can eat this.
Yes.
And it's delicious.
Yes.
So we will have one of these in your kit as well.
We get to try it now.
I think we should.
These are good. You know what'd be really fun is if you make the color crystals from your
Would be
rocks.
fun.
And
Mine
then
almost tastes like,
mine tastes like a
Apple.
blueberry.
yeah, mine tastes like apple.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And we have some other colors too that would be fun, but yeah, that'll be fun. Well, you know, Miss Angie, something else that is fun to make with crystals is one of our all-time favorites. I think we should show the boys and girls
I think
how
so,
they
too.
can make some crystal slime. Slime is always fun.
Indeed. You never have enough slime.
No, you don't have enough slime.
So we're gonna make two different kinds of slime here with slightly different ingredients. But we will be using clear slime to make a clear, kind of glittery, snowflake, crystal kind of slime.
Yeah. But how do you know the ocean's friendly?
I don't know, Miss Linda, how do you know the ocean's friendly?
It's always waving. It's just like Mr. Curtis. He's always waving at
Hello,
us.
Mr. Curtis.
Yes. Hello out there.
Well, I have one for you.
Okay.
What's the difference between a piano and a fish?
The keys?
Not the keys.
Not the
no.
keys. No.
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Ah, tuna fish sandwich. Now you are making me hungry. Oh, man. Tuna fish. Tuna fish. Maybe when we're finished here, we should go have some tuna fish sandwiches.
I'll let you have one of those.
Oh, okay. Miss Angie doesn't like tuna fish. All right. So, we said both recipes start with glue.
Glue.
Yes.
Now, I only need half a cup. How much do you need, Miss Linda?
I need half a cup. Half a cup.
Well, I've got a quarter cup. She took my half a cup. But my math teacher says if I use 2 of the quarter cups, I'll get a half a cup. So I'll just do it that way.
And you can use white glue, but of course that won't make it crystal, because crystal you usually see through.
All right, I'll make sure I get all my glue out.
Yeah. Now, does yours use warm water, Miss Angie?
Mine does use some warm water, just like with the borax. And mine is going to use warm water again because my recipe actually calls for borax.
Okay. Well, mine doesn't. It calls for 1/4 cup of water, warm water. So I'll stir mine in there.
I need a half a cup of warm water, which I already measured out in my jar. There is my warm water.
Now I think this is when we begin to have differences in our recipes.
I think so too.
Now, just like Miss Angie said, I need a half a teaspoon of baking soda, but I only have a quarter teaspoon here, so 2 of these make a half. And I already kind of pre-measured my baking soda, so I'm going to put 2 of those in there. Yep.
Can I borrow your teaspoon there? I need a quarter teaspoon also, but mine is just borax and not baking soda. That's a little more than I want. There we go.
Well, mine's doing something. I'm having some sort of chemical reaction over here. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's kind of puffing and rising as I stir it. And the glue's, yeah.
So always seem to work out better than mine. Mine's not doing that. Oh, no, there it
Yeah,
goes
can
as
see
I
yours
mix
looks clear and
more.
mine looks white.
Mine is more clear, but it's definitely getting bubbly. Just have to mix it more.
Okay, now, the last ingredient I have is a tablespoon of eye contact solution. So let's see.
I'm going to keep mixing, because mine seems to be blobbing up on my stick, but not getting so blobby in my bowl.
Hey, mine looks like ocean waves. Look at all the foam. Whoosh. Whoa, now it looks even kind of blue in there. Blue waves. Speaking of which, what's the best way to communicate with a fish? I wonder if Mr. Curtis knows this one.
Blow bubbles?
Nope.
Curtis?
Mr. Curtis has, oh, he says to call it close, drop it a line. Ta-da! These are, okay, and I'm going to add, just for fun, because we said crystals, and this time of year we see lots of silver and white things outside. I'm going to add some glitter to mine. Keep stirring yours.
I'm stirring.
Weird.
Yep, as usual. My
I wonder
slime
what
doesn't.
happens. You know, sometimes we're making stuff, we just have to experiment. I wonder what would happen if you added contact solution?
I was just gonna say, I think I'll add some of yours. This is
And
why
mine turned
Miss
white.
Angie works at the library and not in a chemistry lab. Let's see.
Mine is still really loose, so I think I'm going to add some more baking soda. So that would be a teaspoon. Ooh. But I'm disappointed it's not see-through. Mine's not see-through. I wonder why it turned white. Just the baking soda?
I think it probably was the baking soda, as if I would know. Well, mine is still getting a little bit globby, but
I'm
my
going to add a little more glue.
contact solution did not help.
That's the neat thing with science is there are no failures. There's just everything you haven't figured out how to make it work. Just think electricity was an experiment that nobody figured out.
All right, took a while.
Took it a while. I think plastic was too, wasn't it? Some other mistake from
They may
Another
have been.
experiment?
They may have been making
they might have been
slime.
making slime, then yeah. Who knows?
Did it work?
We should
And we
go-
got plastic instead. Mine definitely is not plastic.
Now mine is getting harder as I add, or more slimy like as I add more glue.
Ah.
So even though this called for half a cup, I think most recipes use a cup that I've made. So that might be why mine wasn't getting thick. but yeah.
Well, you know, I was gonna add some stars to mine, but
You have crystal soup.
I
So I think you'd rather eat my tuna fish sandwich than that
I will
soup.
eat a tuna fish sandwich.
Oh dear. Hey, what did one tide pool say to the other?
Come on over.
No, show me your muscles.
Oh. Like these ones?
I have lots of good jokes over here. We call them rad jokes in our
I
house.
have one too. What's the best kind of sandwich for the beach?
Tuna.
No. Peanut butter and jellyfish. Peanut butter and jellyfish.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm thinking, Miss Angie, maybe the kids at home should send us their favorite recipe.
I think maybe they should.
I do. And so, you can send us pictures of your crystal shells and your recipes, or show us how to make better crystal slime at this info@branchdistrictlibrary.org, because we love hearing from our friends out there in virtual world. And then, in February, speaking of eating tuna,
Yes.
this involves, we're going to have fun with fish, but not the kind of fish you catch in the ocean.
What kind of fish is it?
I think you need to tune in February and find out. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna like it.
But it's going to be made from candy and not real fish, right?
Maybe.
Oh, I hope so.
We'll have to see. I might have a special fish for Miss Angie. Because she's very special to me. Yes, she is.
Well, and make sure you send us a joke while you show us some of
Yes,
your pictures of your
yes.
crystals and your slime.
Yes.
Send us a good joke. Maybe we'll use it in February.
Yes. So, we would like to say goodbye. As we like to do, this, nature gives us its own type, she gives us her own type of crystals. And we have lots of fun this time of year with these kind of crystals. I bet you can figure out what we're talking about. Snowballs! So, we say goodbye.
Oh, good aim.
Until next time.
Good aim. Oh, yes. Oh, it's going to throw back at us.